Hey guys, Brian with WorkshopAddict.com, and today we're going to take a look at DEWALT's new 20 volt max XR 5-inch variable speed random orbit polisher, model number DCM848P2. Now the P2 designates that it comes with two 5.0 amp hour batteries, and if you want something a little larger than 5-inch, you can look at the 849. That is a 7-inch random orbital polisher, basically the same, just changing the pad. Now, in our experience, 5-inch is perfect for cars and trucks. The 7-inch would be better if you're moving up to large boats or anything that has a long flat surface, and we don't see that on today's cars. So what I have here is obviously the new DEWALT. I also have my Rupes Bigfoot, which is a Mark II. I'm going to do a little bit of comparison between these two, but I also have Milwaukee's circular polisher. In body shops in the US, you see a lot of just circular polishing because it's kind of the standard that everybody grew up with. I was trained on it, and I still use it for compound, put a wool pad on, take a lot of material off, and then maybe put a little foam polishing glaze on and go around. But then I move in to my more detailed random orbit polishers. You can do the same thing with random orbit polishers as you can this circular polisher. I don't know why, it's just a little bit of a training issue. If you go to Europe, you'll see that they only use random orbit. And the reason is, if you take a car out of a body shop today, 99% of the time after you wash it and a circular polisher was used, you'll see little C's or you'll see little circles all around it. That's what these circular polishers leave. Random orbit polishers used correctly leave absolutely zero, nothing. And that's why the detail guys, if somebody's going to put a ceramic coating on your car or anything like that, that's why they're going to pick these two tools up. Now Rupes to me is number one. I use all their stuff. You can buy their pads, you match their pads to the top of their bottles. That gives you the perfect finish. They have high, medium, fine, ultra fine. You can buy all of it together. I also use some Jescar stuff, and I use some 3M Finesse It if I'm really getting into removing a lot of scratches. Now, comparisons between DEWALT and Rupes. I feel like I'm comparing DEWALT to Festool here because I really think that Rupes is Festool quality. So what's happening? Both of them are the same. They both have a 15mm random orbit diameter. They both really have the same RPMs, where the DEWALT is 2,000 to 5,500, where the Rupes is 2,500 to 5,300. Both of them have a thumb variable speed dial. You have a variable speed trigger and a dial for your maximum. You can lock both of them on. The DEWALT you can also lock off. Realistically, you're just getting rid of the cord. But what I wanted to try these out, and I was using the DEWALT. I'm putting a new coat of ceramic coating over the hood on our truck, so I'm taking off the old coat, doing a little fine polishing. In using the DEWALT, I feel a little bit like I'm getting more RPMs out of the pad in a circle compared to the Rupes. But when I really pop the Rupes on and use it, I feel like there's a little more smooth there. There's a little more refined feeling when you're using the Rupes. The thing that I don't like about the Rupes is you have to look at the graph on the machine to see what actual RPMs you're running compared to the DEWALT, where I can actually just flip through the max RPMs and see the actual numbers on the dial. I like that a lot better, and I love being without a cord. To be dead honest here, I use these a ton, and I will take the DEWALT over the Rupes, even though I get a little bit more vibration at the higher RPMs, and even though I feel like I'm getting a little more circular motion, mostly because I just want to drop the cord. I don't want to have to drag the cord over the hood. I don't want to have it over my shoulder, or I don't want to get in these weird positions like in some cases I am, so I can show you this footage without me blocking the tool. But I feel like I have to do the same thing when I'm trying to get around the cord. There is no doubt that the Rupes is a more refined machine, but the DEWALT is not that far behind at all, and with the battery and the battery life. Now, I did actually complete the whole truck, top to bottom. 1 bar left on this battery, everything. So that's one 5 amp hour battery. Can easily go through and do the whole truck. Now, I was doing fine polishing on that, and it's white, right? So I could have brought a black vehicle in here that looked a little bad and then ran a polisher over it and showed you on the camera, and you'd have been like, oh my God, but black shows up awesome on a camera. Even bad black looks good on a camera to a point. Smooth it out a little bit and it looks amazing. Walk up to it in person, it might not look as good. Either way, I didn't feel like I needed to test the pads and all the materials. I was more testing the tools, which the DEWALT doesn't come with any pads or anything else. So again, I would highly suggest Rupes. I'll try to put some links in the description for some of this stuff. Been waiting for this for a long time. Seen it in Europe before. Hoped it came over. It finally did. It does have a side handle. Can go on either side. I don't use them because they just get in the way when you have curves. This has a nice place to hold up front. Nice trigger. Very, very familiar DEWALT configuration in the back, other than the battery is turned a little bit for some space. Highly recommend this. This Rupes is $299. I think the DEWALT's going to be in the same area. I'll try to put some links in the description. This is a new tool, so it's just hitting the market, and I don't know exactly what the pricing is yet. Very nice. If you're into detailing, highly recommend this. As always, guys, we appreciate your time watching the video. Please give us a like, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.